Hello again, everybody, and welcome to our third match this afternoon in the U.S. Youth Soccer National League Tournament. My name is Jeff Childs, and this is our first of two under-18 matchups. And today featuring the DMS11 Academy out of Carson, California. And they'll be facing off with Tennessee SC16, hailing from Brentwood, California. Well, for DMS, this is a team that brings plenty of accolades into their match, coached by Selvin Sandoval, the 2011 Region 4 champions, also the 2011 Cal South State Cup champion. They're coming off a semifinal run at the U.S. Youth Soccer Region 4 championships earlier this season. And that South side finished first in the Group D in Boise, Idaho, before falling in a hard-fought 1-0 game in the semifinal to the eventual regional champion. On the other side, Tennessee, they scored second place in the Youth Soccer Southern Regional Premier League, and that helped them earn a spot in this year's National League field. Well, we're underway here at field number 4 in Gillette Park, Wilson, North Carolina. Again, my name is Jeffrey Childs. Glad to have you along for our broadcast on the Torbo Sports Network. As DMS gets a ball forward on the near side. And DMS cutting the inside, going to the outside and shooting, and just deflected over. And a nice play by the Tennessee defender to knock that ball over the crossbar. Adrian Becerra had the opportunity on the near side, cutting into the goal. And the leg of the Tennessee defender prevented a goal from being scored there. And we see a ball nearly head out right in front of us, kept in bounds. DMS fighting for field positioning here in close quarters. Thrown in by Jose Ponce for DMS. Far side now, played back to his defense partner. And a long pass picked off, though, by Tennessee, wearing the white jerseys and the lettering and numerals in blue trim. And for DMS, clothed all in black with the gold numerals on the back of the jerseys. Edgar Flores the short pass, Flores the return. Flores fires one to midfield up to his mates who try to get over the midfield circle, and they do, over to the near side. Here's Becerra again. Becerra, though, watches it fall out of bounds. And just a reminder again for you, the National League games we're broadcasting to you this week are kicking off the 15-16 season. And following our play here in North Carolina this weekend, teams will continue league play in an as yet to be decided location, either Orlando, Florida or Las Vegas, Nevada. Liam Noonan played it back to his defense. And DMS11 regrouping in their end, getting it over midfield. Tennessee in all white as that one stays in bounds. DMS to play it. They'll restart here over midfield and a long pass in. That one to Flores. Here's Flores getting by his defender, moving to the outside, cutting to the outside, and going to throw in, but the slide tackle still able to get it in and knocked away the Tennessee defense. Adrian Becerra the opportunity. And a slight snafu, the scoreboard corrected for you. as we played nearly 4 minutes here in the first half of this under-18 matchup. DMS Academy out of Carson, California, squaring off with Tennessee SC16 from Brentwood, Tennessee. And our goalkeepers for you for DMS Academy: number 37, Salvin Sandoval. And on the other side for Tennessee, number 1, Luke Wilson, tending goal. And our early matchup of the day, the first in the under-16 bracket, a 1-0 score. And our noon game, a 4-0 victory for United Premier over Sereno West Chelsea. DMS11 here advancing over midfield. Near line, Becerra, excuse me, on the hit. And back to midfield, here's Tennessee. Tennessee, far side up the field. That ball knocked back to midfield, but Tennessee trying to recover. And taking over, cutting the inside, is Becerra on the ball. Tennessee playing it back to Luke Wilson. And Luke Wilson, all his size, wearing the green shirt. And we continue play here, DMS 11. Striking the ball over to a defender, but it's picked off. Here's Tennessee. Tennessee getting it ahead. Rushing onward and sliding to make the save is Sandoval. Sandoval saw the threat coming and decided to come out. Turned out to be a good decision. And a Tennessee player muscled off the ball. DMS collects. Near side, Becerra wanted the... And Jose Ponce, excuse me, looking for the return pass. Tanner Carter tosses in. Just missing his teammate. And here's Tennessee fighting for it. Tyler Munzel. Munzel losing at DMS now. Liam Noonan. Edgar Flores shoots one up midfield over to his defense partner. Here's Ponce. Ponce over midfield. Getting it caught in a tangle of legs there. Tennessee picks it up. Tennessee playing catch with it as they advance to midfield. That entry blocked off. DMS very aggressive at the midfield line. Jesse Galeno. DMS playing it back to their defense. Sizing things up here in the early going. And all of these teams that are competing today earning their place And, of course, you could follow the hashtag #EarnYourSpot. But earn their place they have based on success in the U.S. Youth Soccer regional and national events. No invite tournament, folks. All these teams earned their way here. Here's Ponce playing it over. Gets it to Fernandez. Flores. And the whistle blows, and ball over to Tennessee. Now Tennessee, the long kick. Setting up their offense. Here it comes. Lofting to the front of the goal, knocked away. DMS anticipated the play, and they'll clear. DMS up the field. They have a man on the near side. That's Becerra. Becerra in-out move, cutting to the inside, shooting, blocked. And a nice play by Tennessee to clear the zone. Kyle Shoemaker kicking to himself, but now here's DMS again. Liam Noonan. Ball going out in a brief stoppage. And prior to regional play for DMS11 Academy, they turned in a second-place finish at the U.S. Youth Soccer Far West Regional League in California, finishing only behind two-time national champion Santa Barbara SC White. So not a bad showing at all when you finish behind a two-time defending champion. And that consistency is what DMS will need if they plan to make a run at a top two finish here in the National League Blue Division. DMS in their own end looking for an out. Fernandez booted it over to the far side, picked back off by Shoemaker, but out. And DMS the toss in. DMS headed by head coach Selvin Sandoval. Not much of a bench to work with today, only a few players having a seat, so he'll have to use his starters sparingly here to save extra energy for that burst in the second half. And on the other side, the Tennessee contingent featuring a whole host of reserves as DMS plays it back to their keeper. Sandoval high kick to midfield. DMS tries the long pass along the far side. But Tennessee simply plays it back to their goaltender. That's Luke Wilson. And here's Shoemaker maintaining control. Shoemaker gets it over the midfield stripe. Tennessee with a rush here. A lot of speed down the right side, still with it. And looking to get a shot away, and DMS waiting too long. And boy, it seemed like more than a few players had a crack at the shot, and communication issues early. And that was Jackson Deming on the far side, led that rush for Tennessee SC16. And Tennessee being a little too cute here with their footwork, simply maybe striking the ball, getting a shot on goal, and testing Sandoval. And DMS really being the aggressor here on plays like this. Becerra in there fighting. And Tennessee a little lackadaisical here as we get this one going. Shoemaker a toss in. Off the header from a teammate. And Becerra fighting for every loose ball as Tennessee sends one in, but knocked to the corner by DMS. Becerra in on nearly every play. He takes that one off the back. Tanner Carter tosses in for Tennessee. As we get going here in our second afternoon affair in the under-18 age group. Second game in our first under-18 match. And DMS definitely more of the aggressive team here to start, but Tennessee had the zone time and the chances. And a nice play there to clear it away as a DMS player bearing down. DMS turning back in the offensive zone. Fernando Robledo. Robledo has the ball come back to him. Sending it in. Denver Silver Lake. A pass to the near side. Here's Becerra shooting and a save and in the net. And a goal for DMS. Tremendous second effort by Becerra. And a bad break for Wilson. He got the initial hand on the shot, but just a little too high, and that sneaks past the line. DMS up 1-0. Becerra, the big smile on his face, he signals to the sky, happy and celebrating that first goal. And the aggressiveness of DMS pays off. Meanwhile, some of Tennessee's standoffish play perhaps hurting them as they had some time in the offensive zone and failed to get a shot away. Anthony Baltazar for the Tennessee defense. Tennessee able to take it down the near sideline, but kept in. And here's a high pass. That's intended for Shaquem Adams, and here's Adams, tried to center and kicked away. But Tennessee looking for that quick answer as they send another pass in, scooped up by Sandoval. He's going to run all the way outside of his box as players clear out in front of him. Sandoval boots this one, a short kick, right back to Tennessee. Not the best kick. Kyle Shoemaker. Shoemaker gets it back from Tanner Carter. And a heavy collision there, two players. And the DMS player shaking the cobwebs loose, still on haunches there, trying to recover. Some physical action, but fair play here. Early on, as Tennessee will just send one down to Sandoval. The one-handed roll gets it off to his defender. Up. to William Emerson for DMS. DMS retrieves in their own end. That's Edgar Flores at midfield. And Tennessee playing it back, and there's a near breakaway, but caught up to, and a sliding tackle knocked away by DMS. Adrian Becerra. Becerra, Liam Noonan. DMS very deliberate in their offensive style. They're not going to immediately rush the ball down the field, looking for that perfect lane perhaps to get to the net as Becerra stops that one on the near side and the whistle. And our 2 p.m. match and first in the under-18 bracket. Blue division, Tyler Munzel. Munzel lost control over to DMS. Becerra, nice inside-out move through the legs of a defender, gets it over to his teammate. Denver Silver Lake. And Tennessee looking for the Hail Mary pass there, but DMS will just play it back to Sandoval. He sends one over to Jose Ponce. Tanner Carter out of bounds here to toss this one in. And some tough, spirited play from these youngsters in the under-18 age group. And Tennessee with an opportunity. Tennessee going to shoot and score! Far goal post and in. And Tennessee has tied this match at 1. And a momentary lapse on the DMS defense, and looked like it was Munzel who got in behind to take advantage and had that entire side to look at, and Sandoval no chance. Here's DMS trying to answer. The goal is coming fast and furious here in this first half of our under-18 bracket, and DMS looking for the answer here. Jose Ponce gets it over to Silver Lake. And here's Becerra. Becerra trying to cut to the inside. Shot blocked. And Munzel picking up an assist, but that was Shaquem Adams scoring the goal for Tennessee. And a nice play to sneak behind the defense and shoot to the far side as DMS sends one high aloft, and the header is in! And DMS just moments later has answered, and they're back in front 2-1. Tennessee some substitutions, but that high pass got enough air on it and allowed for the header. And no chance for Luke Wilson. Strong effort on the header, and it's 2-1 DMS. Boy, the goal's coming quickly. We've had to wait a while in a few of our other contests, but this one, goals aplenty for you if you like offense. Tennessee right in front of us. Sending another one back. DMS the high pass upfield. Looking for Mikael Shiver. And Tennessee carried the play, and they answered to tie it. Shaquem Adams on the goal behind the DMS defense, and then mere moments later, DMS retaking the lead 2-1. As DMS having some trouble getting it out, they finally do that. Houston Comer, the defender. John Armbruster. Jose Ponce tosses it in. Here's DMS going to shoot. Wide. Liam Noonan off target. And again, these two of the best in the top 80 boys teams across the nation. And we're happy to bring the U.S. Youth Soccer National League Tournament to you here on Torbo Sports Network. My name is Jeff Childs, calling the action. And a goal fest so far. 2-1 in the first half. DMS in the lead. Tennessee tries to answer. That pass to the front knocked away. And DMS quick on the uptake here, and they matriculate down the field. Silver Lake rushing for it, and timed perfectly. Luke Wilson put all he had into that one. And Tennessee along the far side plays it back to their defense. And here's a boot all the way down the field, but headed away expertly, DMS, but right to Tennessee, and they'll shoot. Wide of Sandoval. And just now getting official word, Fernando Robledo scoring the second DMS goal, giving them the 2-1 lead. Hector Carranza enters for Miguel Chever. And a beautiful day here. We started at 65 degrees in Wilson, North Carolina, and day 2 of our coverage of the U.S. Youth Soccer National League Championship. Tennessee going backwards here offensively. And right to DMS, and they'll take it. Serrera, he's got Silver Lake in front of him, goes over to the side. Now looking for Silver Lake in front, but cut off. Tanner Carter, the defensive specialist, knocking away. And tossed in DMS. Tries to add another to their score. 2-1 the lead here. We're closing in on a half hour, 30 minutes elapsed in half number one. And that one tipped. Right, and there's a shot. Liam Noonan originally in on that opportunity, but the shot taken by Fernando Robledo has scored the second DMS goal. 2-1 their lead. Wilson. Wilson sends one high and right in front of the midfield stripe. The whistle's blowing. A nice quick move up the side of the field, but just too far for Tennessee as they tried to mount some offense. Tevin Henry there, the quick move inside out of his counterpart there and moving up the field with a lot of burst. DMS playing one back defensively. Jose Ponce. Ponce getting it back, fakes the shot to the outside, goes inside. Ponce getting it back and making a quick decision. Little back and forth play. Ponce gives it and gets it. And a behind the back pass right to Ponce. Here's Ponce barreling in. He'll pass over. That pass just behind Denver Silver Lake, who was trailing. And another stoppage. Here comes DMS as Tennessee tries to keep it out of harm's way. Over there in the corner, far side of the field. Giovanni Alvarado over there. Gives it up Hector Carranza. And this one intended right for Silver Lake as he goes for the header, but it comes right to Becerra. And Wilson right there in prime position. Becerra just couldn't settle the ball down enough to get a hard shot off. Silver Lake loses control over to Tennessee. Silver Lake still fighting after it. Chance Cuthbert looks to enter. Fernando Robledo looks to enter for DMS. As Sanchez comes in on the substitution. Silver Lake sits down. He's given a very hard effort for head coach Selvin Sandoval so far. Fighting for every loose ball for DMS as they enjoy a 2-1 lead. Jesus Sanchez. And DMS plays it back to their defense. There's Becerra. Becerra over to Liam Noonan. And there's a high pass. Headed away by Tennessee. Gustavo, . 'Leon. 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 'Leon And here's Tennessee. That pass just a little behind as it goes out. Galeno accepts the toss in for DMS. As it went by Adrian Becerra as he pursues, he watches it as Tennessee takes over. Trying to cross midfield. They've had some issues lately. The DMS midfielders providing all kinds of problems, but here's a long pass taken by Noel Ruman. And Roman will send this one in. Guided away safely by Sandoval. And Tennessee now on the offensive. And that shot goes behind Sandoval as he'll have to chase it down into the other field. And again, this event, always an opportunity and a springboard for many National League alumni who have gone on to play in such prestigious competitions as the NCAA College Cup, the MLS, the UEFA Champions League, and the highest level of soccer in the world, the FIFA World Cup. These young men, I'm sure, hope to count themselves among that select group someday. As Tennessee with the corner headed away, a nice head there. DMS, as the goaltender having trouble making a decision all the way out, and he makes the save, and contact with the goaltender. Luke Wilson indecisive, coming out at the very last minute and hesitating, but he still managed to block the shot. As we close in on 37 minutes played here in half number one. Boy, Wilson, a very big body, wide frame, able to make the save, but incredibly fortunate that DMS star player Adrian Becerra didn't have a better angle on that ball, and because of that, DMS getting the free kick. DMS leading 2-1 as they get ready for the penalty kick here. And there it is, and a save, and an acrobatic save. Luke Wilson, 2 sequences in a row. Diving and springing, twisting into the air, makes the save off the hand. And only still a 1-goal deficit for his club. Here's DMS with it again. They'll officially score that a red card against Tennessee, and that allowed DMS the opportunity on the penalty. DMS now back on the offensive. They toss that one right into the goal box. Wilson had to come up huge, and boy, has he ever come up huge for a Tennessee club trailing 2-1, but fortunate that margin is not many more goals as he's made a few fantastic saves, most recently the penalty save. Tennessee tries for the long pass, picked off in midair. Goes over to Tennessee SC 16. Shaquem Adams handling, the goal scorer for Tennessee. Tennessee, some issues getting it up defensively. Now here's DMS. Carrying and chipping through along the goal line into midfield. A sliding play there. Tennessee couldn't intercept and shoved down. That's Chance Cuthbert. Knocked down on the play. We're past the 40-minute mark here in the first half of this under-18 matchup. DMS11 Academy, they were the black uniforms with the gold numerals. And Tennessee SC 16, the white jerseys. And here's a free kick into the box. Knocked down and the rebound try over the net. As DMS still certainly gathering more and more momentum after Tennessee rallied to tie. And now they have the 2-1 edge. That one right to midfield, but knocked right back in, and Tennessee playing it back, but some sloppy play there with the ball in their own end allowed DMS to take possession just a moment. Now here's Tennessee. Tennessee maybe with some numbers. And the referee signals for the throw-in. DMS in their own end. Noonan watched that one go out. Off the chest of a DMS player, they'll have to play it back here. Bearing down quickly. Tennessee player. And second chance gets it out. And now here's a long pass in. Swatted back by Tennessee. And another long play. And Luke Wilson coming all the way out. He'll one-arm it down the field. Right to a defender, but a DMS player right there. DMS playing with all kinds of energy and aggression today. And that's allowed them to be up 2-1 and potentially more, if not for the heady play of Tennessee goaltender Luke Wilson. Now here's Tennessee offensively. And a nice pass off the side of his foot from Tanner Carter. Couldn't click. .44 minutes gone here in our first half. DMS in the lead, 2-1. DMS allowing Sandoval to play it there. We'll We'll see how much extra time we have left in our first half. As Ponce throwing it in. He nearly slipped in that mud. Just awful field conditions all weekend on this field. And the referee's whistle blows as we determine what, if any, extra time we'll add here in the first half. Houston Comer evades a DMS player, gets that one to midfield, bounce back, and then kick back out of bounds. Looks like we'll add on 1 minute of extra time in this first half. DMS in the lead 2-1 over Tennessee. Tennessee trying to muster some offense here in the final moments of the first half. And here's a chance down the field. DMS. That was Adrian Becerra had the opportunity, and then he was knocked down. And DMS still with it. They're going to have to hurry, though. Time running out in the first half. And the final minute of extra time is up. And that'll do it for our first half of play. DMS with a 2-1 lead over Tennessee S16. My name is Jeff Childs, and you've been watching our Under-18 matchup of the U.S. Youth Soccer National League on Turbo Sports Network. We'll be back for the second Welcome back to the action at field number 4 here in Gillette Park in Wilson, North Carolina. Our second half featuring the DMS11 Academy and the Tennessee SC16. DMS Academy in the lead, 2-1 after the first half of play. And some more news to pass along for you. Tennessee's goaltender Luke Wilson ejected for illegal use of the hands inside the box, and Tennessee will have to go to their bench and find an additional goaltender here to fill in as we start the second half of play. Thank you for tuning in to our broadcast today of the Youth Soccer National League on Torbo Sports Network. My name is Jeff Childs, and this is our first of 2 under-18 matchups to conclude our broadcast here this weekend. Adrian Becerra, who holds one of the goals for DMS11. Playing that one over to Giovanni Alvarado, but taken back by Tennessee. Still with it, Tennessee with an opportunity, cutting inside. And taken away. Getting some defensive help, DMS11. And a high header and falling on his back. Houston Comer shaking that loose as he might have landed with some force there, but now Tennessee down 2-1, looking for the equalizer, but they turn it over. Here's DMS with a chance. Defender bearing down and preventing the opportunity. As the second half begins, DMS shooting to my right and Tennessee to my left. Tennessee wearing, of course, the white uniforms with the blue numeral, and DMS all black and the gold numeral trim. Here's DMS looking for the far header, can't find it. Jesse Galeno there had sent that one in. And here, both coaches urging their teams onward. DMS in Spanish and Tennessee in English here right next to us. And that one pinballed off a few players at center. Knocked over, and Tennessee has to turn back in their own end. Taken away by DMS at midfield. There's Becerra. Becerra played it to Kevin Fernandez, and the play is stopped. There's a long pass by Tennessee, couldn't connect. And DMS on the run. Here's Tyler Munzel. Munzel lost control. Michael Schwer had it for a moment for DMS as a Tennessee player sitting in a little bit of pain, but he'll find his way to his feet. Here's Tennessee, but a little bit of a lazy pass turns it over back to DMS. Fernando Robledo had it in for a moment. He's one of the goal scorers for DMS. And a DMS player fell over, and that allowed Tennessee to corral it back. And they'll send a long pass ahead over the head of the defender, and a nice play. Edgar Flores, a deft move with the left foot, and rolled it back just a bit and out of the path of the oncoming Tennessee forward. And DMS, loving these long passes, is going to try for another one. But it's still corralled over there. Tyler Munzel. And players fight for it over along the far side. And Tennessee will just let it go. Tevin Hendry inbounding, as he couldn't collect the pass from Chase Parrish. And you don't need a translator for that phrase there from Selvin Sandoval. Rapido telling his team to hurry and move down the field. As Tennessee has built up a bit of momentum here, and you can maybe sense their focus waning. And now back off ahead, and here's Tennessee. And here's DMS moving upfield. DMS trying to set up the play here. They'll drive one in, well clear of the goal. That was Mikhail Schwer on the chance. As in traditional soccer, a running clock the entire match outside of where the officials deem appropriate. And of course, we always have the option for extra time. DMS back along the far side. Nice swipe and a slide to knock it away. That was Houston Comer defending for Tennessee. And this third match of 4 on the day in the U.S. Youth Soccer National League tournament, our under-18 matchup. Tennessee and DMS, as a shot there is blocked. And Tennessee will move it up quickly, but stolen right back by DMS. And Shaquem Adams, who has a goal for Tennessee, advances it upfield. Both teams, and really all weekend, have had to navigate this very difficult terrain on this field. You can see the mud chewed up and the divots in the field, and it's been tough for the players. Here's Fernando Robledo, had it for a moment, one of the goal scorers. Tennessee content to play it back to their defense. They're down 2-1 here in the second half of this under-18 matchup. 54 minutes gone. Chance Cuthbert had the chance, plays it back to the top, and that was to David Sampson. Here's DMS again, but Tennessee, another lazy pass. They turn it over. Here's a chance down the middle of the field, giving it up and losing it. Cuthbert trying to connect with his teammate Sampson on the play, but right back, driven into the Tennessee zone by DMS. And despite maybe the disadvantage in perhaps talent or overall play, the deficit only 1 for Tennessee on the scoreboard. And before being ejected from this game, Luke Wilson making some fantastic saves for his club. One right off, twisting and turning and diving in midair to make the save. And there's a shot and another save, and kicked away at the last moment. As Sandoval, an exquisite save, diving across the goal mouth. And his defender helping his cause, clearing it out of bounds. And there's the corner kick, and swatted away to safety by Tennessee. Tossed in by DMS. Giovanni Alvarado. Kevin Fernandez gets it up. Jesse Galeno. And now here's Giovanni Alvarado again, the long pass though. Deflected. And here's DMS going to try to move it right inside the box. Adrian Becerra shooting and just wide, but perhaps right on target. And swinging and missing. Jesus Sanchez a little too anxious. And now Tennessee with the opportunity 1-on-3 though. And DMS knocks it away. And here again, it's Sandoval measuring that one, coming out and making the play. Excuse me, the Tennessee goalkeeper. And now here's Tennessee going to try and center, and that kick. A swing and a miss by Shaquem Adams. He's already registered 1 goal on the afternoon. And turning and contorting in midair. Couldn't complete the kick, and DMS takes over. DMS carefully playing the ball on their own end. Getting it into the Tennessee offensive side. They'll play it right to a goalkeeper. Going to have to maybe prepare for those short passes from their goaltenders. They don't have the advantage of the talent of a player like Luke Wilson, who also has the big boot there in net. Mikael Schwer had it for a moment. Giovanni Alvarado. Alvarado deciding he'll send it. Looking in the middle. Looked for Adrian Becerra. Has a goal today. And here's DMS up the far side of the field with that pass just a tad too long. Giovanni Alvarado chips one ahead for a teammate, almost connected. Becerra. Becerra, he'll shoot. And sliding and gobbled up by Tennessee's goaltender. And both these squads playing in front of the top scouts in the nation, also playing to earn a berth in the 2016 Youth Soccer National Championships next year in Frisco, Texas. And, of course, if you'd like to learn more, you can visit the National League website at usyouthsoccer.org. And tournament play here in the National League will continue after this weekend, but teams will move on to either Orlando, Florida, or Las Vegas, Nevada, for this next leg in the tournament. Tennessee with the free kick from their own end. Off ahead and played perfectly. Up to a forward. Mikhail Schwer had it in the corner, still with it. Looking for a teammate, finding an opening, and DMS will send another one to the front, looking for the header, knocked away. Tennessee defensively very responsible. And here's DMS, and Sandoval is going to have to run all the way out, but he was early and made the play. Tennessee will shoot this one, but clear of the far post and almost mishandled by Sandoval, but he gets it up to his mates. And now here's DMS fighting for control far side. Chipped ahead and finding a teammate in an open wing, cutting the inside, got a lane to the goal. But knocked back and the ball to Tennessee. Tennessee will just let their keeper fire this one back over to the side. Tyler Munzel entering again for Tennessee. And Liam Noonan for DMS. .63 minutes gone as DMS still with the 2-1 lead. As Tennessee so far in the second half not presenting much of a challenge to possibly tie. DMS, the field tilted in their favor so far in the second half. And they're going to try again for a pass to the far corner, that wide. Centered again, blocked by the Tennessee goalkeeper. Here's DMS towards the goal and a save off the legs. Maybe an unorthodox play there, but the save's still made. And nice work by the Tennessee goalkeeper. Here's DMS firing it right back in. DMS has it far side. Liam Noonan lost control. Tennessee's chance. And a sliding tackle, DMS taking it right back. But here's Tennessee, and they do such a fine job anticipating every pass, as we saw right there. And DMS going to center and right to the off the goal post. DMS with a tremendous opportunity. And maybe waited just a few moments too long there, taking their time, and that ball striking the left goal post. And still, despite the time of possession here, Tennessee only down one, very fortunately. DMS whiffing on the open net right in the goalpost in close quarters. Looked like that was Alvarado there with the chance on the far side, and already celebrating maybe in his mind as he hit the post on a wide open net. And it remains 2-1 DMS. Chase Parrish. Parrish getting it over. Nice play by Noel Roman, and that one goes wide. And Tennessee now enjoying some zone time. Here's a corner kick right in front of the goal, and Tennessee ties it up off the header. Tyler Munzel there to knock it home, and we're all tied up at 2. And all that missed opportunity from DMS off the goalpost may come back to haunt them as Tennessee finding new life, and we're tied at 2. A game that looked like DMS was about to open up their lead to 2 goals, and in firm control is now squarely tied at 2. Tennessee fighting back in this game. And we'll get official credit to Chase Parrish on the header play on the goal. Munzel contributing to make that play happen as well. And here's DMS. Tennessee without their primary goaltender, Luke Wilson, who was ejected for a illegal hands play near the end of the first half, and something to keep in mind. And they've kept this game competitive despite losing their number 1 goaltender. Noel Roman. Roman tried to get that one over to Munzel. Back comes DMS. Here's DMS trying to fight for position. They have it, and there's a shot in wide. Tennessee's goaltender leapt at that one, but it was already going clear of the left post. Fernando Robledo played it along the near side. And here's another one tossed in, still bouncing right in front of that Tennessee goal, and just going wide again. Tennessee defensively not very set, as the aptly named Denver Silver Lake comes back into this matchup. He'll replace Kevin Fernandez as Fernandez takes a breather. Hector Carranza now out. And Silver Lake immediately in the action as he enters. Jose Ponce kicking to midfield. Tennessee playing it back to their goaltender and setting up the one-time kick. Bounces to midfield. Giovanni Alvarado strikes this one. And the short pass is over to his partner. DMS attacking. Some nice ball movement here. Top of the circle. Headed back, here's DMS. Silver Lake gonna chip one over. One DMS player outworking two Tennessee players, and he comes up with the ball, centers it almost into Mikhail Schwer, and there's a shot that goes high and wide. And it's worth mentioning that as we're all knotted up here at 2, delving deeper into the second half, in the Southern Regional Premier League, 3 of Tennessee's 5 victories decided by just 1 goal, and Tennessee certainly facing a little bit better competition in the National League, but seeing different styles of play that may play to their advantage, as they've had to both win and lose, be on the losing end of 1-goal games. The sun finally yielding to us a bit. Very warm, very much of a glare earlier, around 65 degrees at 10 this morning. And now things have cooled down a bit as we get into the later afternoon hours of our second day of coverage of the U.S. Youth Soccer National League Tournament. I'm Jeff Childs, bringing you all the action on the Torbeau Sports Network. And DMS going to try a long pass in front of the goal, headed away smartly. Tennessee's defense ever aware. And they tried to move it up quickly, but there's Denver Silver Lake. Silver Lake giving it up, getting it back. Silver Lake going to try for the pass into the middle. That one picked off. And right over to Mikhail Schwer. Schwer gave it up. Noel Roman. Roman looking for Shaquem Adams, who has a goal today. And Liam Noonan. Giovanni Alvarado. Back to the midfield. DMS sending one in, that's scooped up. "75 minutes and counting here. We're getting down to the final minutes of this, our third of 4 matches on today's broadcast from Field 4 at Gillette Park, Wilson, North Carolina, the site. Giovanni Alvarado. Alvarado surveys the field. He'll send a long pass up the middle of the field looking, but that's scooped up. Looking for Noonan, but just couldn't find him there in the long pass. Nice idea. Maybe try to catch Tennessee napping. And DMS in a dogfight here, tied at 2, maybe more than they expected from this Tennessee squad, who's still sort of finding their way in the National League field. A young team by comparison. Liam Noonan. It's over and pushed down to the ground. Chase, Parrish, and others for Tennessee engaging there. And with that foul, DMS gets the free kick near the spot of the foul. The kick in on goal and a goal, and right from the free kick. DMS 11 Academy now in the lead 3-2. Beautiful kick from the far side. And right on goal, hit absolutely no one and nothing but net, and it's 3-2 DMS. That goal coming in the 77th minute. And just when it appeared like Tennessee might be back in this game, they tie things. And DMS says, no way, back in front. Adrian Becerra with his second goal of the afternoon, and a beautiful one at that. Far side off the free kick, wasn't even touched, and right in the back of the net as he drilled that one in and gives his team the 3-2 lead. Tennessee behind. They've been behind a few times today. 1-0, 2-1, and now 3-2. As they send this one in on goal, but headed away. Seven Hendry the try. And now here's DML. DML looking for a breakaway, but swiped away at the last moment. Fernando Robledo bidding for his second. Here's DMS shooting and off the hand. And just wide, and a nice save by the backup goalkeeper. As always, keeping an eye and in contact with the official to see if we add any extra time to the end of this one. And here's a play in on goal. That one's still in danger all over, and a leaping play. Boy, the Tennessee backup goalkeeper having to come in cold He's really done a nice job getting in front of some balls and using that leaping ability as he boots this one down the field. Pass to the top, Jesse Galeno. Galeno giving it up to a hard charging Jose Ponce. And there's a shot, that one just knocked away. Mikael Schwer the chance. Tennessee going to need to start playing the DMS end of things to tie. DMS simply playing keep away right now, but they'll send this one in on goal. High. And the kids from Carson, California, slowly closing in on a victory here in the under-18 group of the U.S. Youth Soccer National League Tournament. The final moments here brought to you on Torbo Sports Network. We thank you for watching wherever you might be, as this weekend's given us plenty of great soccer to talk about. And more frustration for Tennessee is that play went out of bounds, and now Shaquem Adams. He's already scored a goal today, and he could be instrumental here on this corner kick. Let's see what Tennessee tries to do. And here we go. Easily deflected away back into Tennessee's possession. Chance Cuthbert. Cuthbert. Adams in a heck of a battle over there along the near side. And Adams comes away with it, still has it. That one kicked right into the shins of a DMS player. And Adams right back in the same spot to attempt another corner kick. Adams gets a little bit more air on this one, but still guided away by the head of the DMS defense. Munzel firing it back in. Knocked up in the air, though, dangerously. And Tennessee nearly taking advantage. Another shot, and just missing. A risky play by Sandoval, knocking that one straight back up in the air. And free game for any Tennessee forward, and just sending it wide. DMS giving up that goal had been quite the heartbreaker as they fought back against a tougher Tennessee team than expected to take a 3-2 lead here just 10 or so minutes ago. Here's Tennessee. They got to try for it all here. That pass accepted, and there's a shot missing. Selvin Sandoval again in goal for DMS, and Noel Rahman on that shot. And this, I definitely say, one of our better matches that we've broadcasted this weekend. Tennessee SC USYS out of Brentwood, Tennessee, taking on DMS11 Academy from Carson, California. And a 3-2 lead, and here's Tennessee now. Tennessee with a chance, one-on-one, and they score, and they tie it up. Noel Roman, who just moments ago missing the tying opportunity, he makes no mistake one-on-one that time, ties it up for Tennessee. What a dramatic conclusion for you here in the U.S. Youth Soccer National League in our under-18 matchup. And all of the soccer action on the Torbo Sports Network. Glad to bring it to you. And Roman picking up the assist. Shaquem Adams beating Selvin Sandoval one-on-one, and he tries again. And Adams, his second of the day, and that ends up to be the equalizer here. 3-3 game. Tennessee playing with great energy here as they tie this game, and they get another chance. Far pass and thrown in. Sandoval scooping. Boy, Roman and Adams have been great instigators here of offense for Tennessee in this game as DMS now back the other way. Denver Silver Lake, those fancy feet. Moving it over. And you have a foul called here. A 3-3 tie. Just a few minutes to go here. Dramatic conclusion for you here, the U.S. Youth Soccer National League Tournament. And here's Tennessee again. 2-0, and they score! Tennessee on the break. And down 3-2 moments ago, they take a 4-3 lead. Can you believe it? And a crushing outcome for DMS, who had a 2-1 lead, and then a 3-2 lead, and now down 4-3. Tennessee blowing past that DMS defense, and a rare 2-on-1 in soccer. And Tyler Munzel giving Tennessee the 4-3 lead. He barreled in on that 2-on-1, took the shot himself, and wow, what a finish. DMS now finding themselves trailing. Boy, it seems like this game, just the way it's played out, anything could happen. We've seen goals, physical play, ejections. This game has had everything, and we're glad to bring it to you on Torbo Sports Network. Just seconds here left for DMS. May have to play with a little more urgency. David Sampson coming in. Tennessee kicks that one to safety, but only the midfield circle. Here's DMS. Kevin Fernandez shooting. Over the goal. And a 4-3 lead for Tennessee. Looks like we'll have 2 minutes of extra time added. That's all that's left for DMS to try to knot this score again. They've been in the lead the entire match. Leads of 1-0, 2-1, and 3-2, and now they find themselves down 4-3 to a Tennessee squad that, quite frankly, has showed a lot of heart and a lot of effort today after trailing for most of this match. Sandoval quickly passing it off. Shaquem Adams, who had a hand in a few Tennessee goals, and now DMS leading the entire game, now down. And they send another one here to go into Denver. Silver Lake, it just tipped over the goal. And Tennessee's backup goaltender, a tremendous effort here today, coming in after the ejection of Luke Wilson in the first half. Denver's Silver Lake may have had the tie on his foot, but a save and a tip right over the net. Here's another shot, and they score! And DMS ties it up, 4-4. In extra time. What a back-and-forth soccer match for you. And neither team able to finish. And tied up at 4. What a final few moments for you in this under-18 matchup of the U.S. Youth Soccer National League Tournament. What a match. Mikael Schwer, the tying tally, and 4-4 in extra time. We'll see how much we have left. And a long delay here as we try to figure out how much time is left. And there we go. The clock starts. And Tennessee rushing down the field and scooped away Sandoval. He's going to hit one all the way down the field. Denver Silver Lake just missing. Silver Lake inbounding. Here's DMS trying to take the lead in the final moments. Emerson played it away, and the clock runs out, and that'll do it. A thrilling match here for you today between Tennessee SC and DMS11 Academy, ending in a 4-4 tie. DMS multiple one-goal leads in this match, only to see that lead fall. Tennessee takes the 4-3 lead, and then DMS in extra time ties this one 4 goals apiece. What a great match to bring to you. I've enjoyed calling it. And our final score of this one ends in a 4-4 tie between DMS11 Academy and Tennessee SC16. In a few moments, we'll have our final match, our 4th match of the day, and our final match of these last 2 days of broadcasts. My name is Jeff Childs, and you're watching USYS Soccer National League play on Torbo Sports Network.